Hello. Today I'm going to be introducing you to Emma Andrews. What initially began as sort of a prank or a little jab at her fellow student Emma Andrews turned into a wonderful experience about finding out about a really interesting, passionate, and thoughtful human being. And I think that we can all learn a couple lessons from her. So, um, Emma Andrews, um, from the first information I got from her on LinkedIn, is a woman that is in her 50s who lives in New York. She graduated from a college in Massachusetts, Massachusetts College of Pharmaceuticals. Her specialties are medical affairs, emerging markets, strategic alliances, stakeholder management, change management, non market strategy, and executive level engagement. So, what really struck me based on her LinkedIn was sort of her progression that she has had in her professional life. And I think it really tells about what kind of person she is. So she began as just a regular clinical pharmacist in an international background in the pharmaceutical industry from 2005 to 2009. And eventually she climbs up to become director of medical affairs at Pfizer. Yes, that's the company that makes vaccines now. And then she became the lead Latin America director in the greater New York area, then regional medical therapeutic area, then senior director of U.S. global medical affairs at Pfizer, and then today she is the lead of the U.S. global women's health franchise. And this really shows how passionate she is about her work and about helping people in the medical industry. And I was really surprised and inspired by her job progression. Next, I'm going to tell you about information I garnered from her on Pinterest. And this is really where the fascinating things come through is she led a project called The Speaking Book, which is a collect series of audiobooks for people who cannot read and that educate them about the healthcare system internationally and about mental health and people who are struggling with it and who are not able to read and can still be educated from it. What this shows is that this person is really compassionate. Emma Andrews really has a goal of helping people in her community and outside in order for them to get the best care possible. And she works in Pfizer, but also she has developed this project that helps an inordinate amount of people achieve care that they deserve, without the privilege and care that most people get. And I really found that inspiring. And so she got a lot of attention from this. There are several articles that spoke about her project, and here's a picture of her introducing the paperback concept of what she is selling, the speaking book. Next, we're going to talk about her Twitter. So I tried to find as much information as possible on her personal life because that's sort of what the goal of the presentation was. And she had no Facebook, she had no Instagram, but she did have the Twitter. But it's really interesting the way she used it, rather than, send like mildly funny, 150 character tweets. She really took her Twitter and tried to make something passionate about it. So on Twitter, she's an activist, and among other things, she first of all promotes her work at Pfizer, talking about vaccine roll-ups and updating the people. But also, she really cares about her community in the United States, and she's a feminist. She sends articles and she fights for specific speaker events and educates people about them. She is for Black Lives Matter. She's a leader among that community, sending out speaker events as well and presenting at some of them. And also climate change activist. So she really tries to put her passion into Twitter rather than using it more of like as a social media app, really trying to make a change through it. I'm going to read you some of her tweets to get a better idea of, who she is as a person. For example, this is what she posted this January. Acts of hate and intolerance have no place in this world. I am Pfizer proud that equity is core to who we are as a company, and I stand with my colleagues of Asian and Pacific Island descent. A hashtag PFE colleague and girls in STEM today become the scientists of tomorrow. Hashtag Pfizer proud of all our scientists and engineers who work tirelessly for our purpose, breakthrough that change patients' lives. Tag below a woman in hashtag STEM, your hashtag PFE colleague. So from that, you can tell that she treats her Twitter as a professional tool while adding in her own pieces of advocacy, which I found, really inspiring. And you can tell that she really loves her work and she wants to help people, beyond just a paycheck, which I found very inspiring. And I hope to sort of emulate when I become older. And yeah, so my conclusions, I'll tell you my four assumptions, and then rather than two concerns, because she is really professional, and you can tell that she really cares about like how much information you can find about her online, rather one lesson and then one concern I have about her. So first of all, she's really professional, in whichever domain I found her. It was clear that she sort of scrubbed it and polished how people viewed her on the internet. And I think that that's something that I felt I was careless about, and seeing how she approaches it made me rethink sort of my digital footprint. She's also a powerhouse. Like from what we can tell, she's really progressed in her line of work. She's advocating for people who she cares about, and she's being really successful with it. I watched this video of her presenting on about women's global health in this presentation. On the picture you can see her, and she had a lot of thoughtful things to say, and you could tell that she really had a passion behind what she had to say. And then once again, she is an empathetic, thoughtful person. She cares about other people, and it's told through her actions, as I mentioned before. Also, she's not American, which I was surprised about, because she does live in New York, and you can tell in the last 20 years she sort of stayed in the area. But from watching the video, I could tell that she had a foreign accent. Which was actually interesting, and sort of broke my sort of conception of her. And I was kind of happy that my assumption of her was proven false. And then once again, she is a really driven person. You can tell through the passion of how she presents and the achievements that she's had professionally. And then one lesson I've had from her is that you really need to take care of what image people see of you online. And especially because she's representing such a world company, and that needs to protect its image. Because she is so high up, she sort of needs to protect the image of her company by protecting how people view her. And then one concern I do have about her is, because she does some political advocacy on Twitter, to be careful on what she says, especially what she links to. She links to a lot of articles and people's and discussions. So I haven't seen anything that was a red flag, but when I looked at the articles, it's important to sort of check their validity, and those people might get canceled or might do something wrong, and you shouldn't pay for that. So I think it's really important when you're referencing somebody to make sure that you understand your source and it's credited, especially when you're putting your ideas and profession on the line like she is. Thank you so much for listening to my presentation, and hopefully you were inspired as much as me.